Peter Parker just saved the multiverse, and then he chose to disappear from it completely. Why would anyone do that? Stick around, because this ending hits a lot harder than it looks. Spider-Man: No Way Home isn't just a superhero movie. It's a story about loss, identity, and what it really costs to do the right thing. On the surface, it's packed with villains and cameos. But underneath, it's one of the saddest endings in the entire Marvel Universe. Let's break it down. The film picks up right after Peter Parker's identity is exposed to the world. Suddenly, he's not just a masked hero anymore, he's a target. His girlfriend, his best friend, and his aunt are all dragged into the chaos with him. Desperate to fix things, Peter turns to Doctor Strange and asks for a spell that will make everyone forget he's Spider-Man. But then, Peter keeps interrupting the spell, trying to add exceptions. And that small mistake breaks the spell wide open, tearing a hole in the multiverse itself. Once the spell cracks, people from other universes begin slipping through. At first, it's not clear who's coming or why. Then familiar faces start appearing: Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus, Sandman, Electro, and the Lizard. Here's the surprising part: these aren't alternate versions created for the MCU. They're the same villains from previous Spider-Man film universes, pulled into this reality after learning that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, many of them just before their final confrontations with Spider-Man in their own worlds. This is where the movie shifts from a simple villain team-up to something much more emotional. Peter realizes these villains aren't just enemies. They're people who never truly got a second chance. Some were destined to die, while others face tragic futures or lifelong imprisonment. Instead of sending them back unchanged, Peter decides to cure them first. That decision becomes the emotional engine of the entire third act. Small character details start paying off here. May Parker has always represented compassion in Peter's life. In the MCU, she's the one who teaches Peter that with great power comes great responsibility. Her insistence on helping the villains, even the dangerous ones, sets up the tragedy that's coming. Meanwhile, the appearance of two other Peter Parkers, older, more experienced, and carrying their own scars, plants the idea that this Peter is not alone in his pain. Every version of Spider-Man has lost someone. That pattern is about to repeat. The biggest twist comes next. During the climax, May Parker is fatally wounded while trying to help Green Goblin. Her final words to Peter echo that same lesson about power and responsibility. And this time, it lands like a gut punch because it's no longer just advice, it's personal. Peter, devastated and furious, nearly kills Green Goblin in retaliation. But the other two Peters stop him. That moment matters. It shows growth. It shows that despite everything, Peter refuses to let grief turn him into someone he doesn't want to become. With the help of the two visiting Spider-Men, Peter successfully cures each villain. Every Spider-Man contributes their own scientific knowledge and experience, proving that teamwork, compassion, and intelligence can succeed where anger and revenge cannot. However, curing the villains doesn't fix the real problem. The multiverse is still collapsing. Doctor Strange returns to seal the tear, but the only way to save reality is for everyone to forget Peter Parker ever existed, including MJ and Ned. That's where everything changes emotionally. Peter has the chance to hold on to the people he loves. Instead, he chooses to let them go so they can live safe, normal lives without becoming targets because of him. Later, Peter visits MJ at the coffee shop, planning to tell her the truth and rebuild what they had. But when he notices the bandage from the injuries she suffered during the final battle, he realizes that bringing her back into his life would only put her in danger again. So he quietly walks away, keeping his promise to protect her, even if it means losing her forever. This is the true heart of the film. Spider-Man has always been about sacrifice, but this ending pushes that idea further than any previous version. Peter doesn't just lose a battle or a loved one. He willingly gives up the people who mattered most to keep them safe. It's also a quiet metaphor for growing up. Peter starts the film as a teenager looking for an easy fix, a spell to erase his problems. He ends it as someone who understands that some consequences can't be erased, only accepted. He becomes a more independent, self-reliant Spider-Man, much closer to the classic comic book version of the character. Some fans believe this ending was designed to reset Spider-Man's world so future films could rebuild his story from a fresh starting point, similar to how comic books occasionally reinvent the character. This hasn't been confirmed by the studio, so it's best viewed as fan speculation rather than fact. What makes this ending work isn't the multiverse spectacle or the surprise cameos. It's Peter's final choice. He wins, but not without paying the ultimate personal price. He saves everyone else by allowing himself to be forgotten. And that's exactly why Spider-Man: No Way Home has one of the most heartbreaking endings in the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. What do you think the ending really meant? Let me know in the comments.